Today we are going to be filming our reaction. Today we're going to be reacting and analyzing the runway from Next in Fashion Season 2, Episode 3. Future me here. Oh wait, future me, past me? I don't care. I said Episode 3, I meant Episode 4. Season 2, Episode 4. Today we are going to be reacting and analyzing the runway looks from Next in Fashion Season 2, Episode 4. The theme for this runway is childhood. Let's get processing. The theme of this runway is childhood, and I think that's the most unique runway theme so far this season. I know we've had plants, we've had royalty, we've even had thrifting, but I don't think often designers look back into their childhood as a source of inspiration. Specifically the clothing we wore as children. I think that it made for some very, very interesting cathartic moments, some emotional highs and lows, and even me personally took me on a few highs and lows when I was conceptualizing this idea. I did end up finding a couple photos to work with. We'll get to that when we get to my look. But as of right now, I'm excited for this theme. I think being inspired by one's childhood, I think being inspired by your own childhood is very interesting because in my mind, you can design the look that kid you always wanted to wear. And I think there's something poetic about that. There's something really cute. It's kind of nice. It's really adorable. I see where they were going with this theme. I can see where it can get a little triggering. Through turning those emotions into art, we might be able to heal through them and therapize ourselves. So I thought this was a really beautiful theme. I've never even thought about this, and I was truly inspired. I like it. Let's move on to the runway, shall we? Oh, Suikachu. Up first, we have Bao. Now, I was intrigued by this look. They said that the dress that they were wearing as a child, the collar specifically, inspired them. And I think it's very fascinating to take this collar shape and blow it up and make it exaggerated in all these different shapes. It kind of gives paper planes, in a sense. I love the back of this look. You know that they were not feeling the white skirt, but I do think the basic white skirt helped balance everything out. I do agree that it is basic, running on the level of like safe, but I think with so much going on up top and the back, I think having just a basic skirt kept the look balanced, and I actually thought it was very nice. It was a little referential to like really haute couture fashion where they go really sculptural, and I thought that was very, very interesting from Bao. Up next we have Desiree, and this look was interesting, sort of taking a feminization to a men's suit. I like the red velvet. I love suiting. I am not entirely in love with this look. I wish they would have taken a different approach to this half exposed, half covered angle. I think that it could have been executed a little bit better. Maybe the openings or the cutouts, if you will, they're not cutouts, but maybe the more exposed part could have been more stylized, or maybe the covered suit part could have been innovated rather than just been a regular suit jacket with a shirt. What do we have next? Eliana! Eliana's look was pretty cute. I like this striped fabric. I think the puffy little Cinderella thing is really cute. I think they're inspired by a Cinderella dress in their photo. And I liked this look. I thought it was cute. Did I think it was groundbreaking or innovative? No, not really. But there was something sweet and innocent about this look. I enjoyed it. Up next we have DeAndre. And DeAndre wanted to go for this sort of retake on the suit. I think they were very successful. I like the pinstriping. I like the metallic blue underneath. And I think it's very interesting that they were inspired by their father in this, how their dad always wore a nice, crisp suit. And that's sort of how DeAndre fell in love with fashion. I think that's beautiful. You know, his family and the experience he had from his family as a child helped shape his design aesthetic. And if that inspired this look, I think it's interesting. I think the front is a little weird in its whole parts. I think the look is amazing. Megan again does this thing where she takes me to a fantasy land. It feels very Lisa Frank. It feels very Polly Pocket. And I love it. I love the gathers on this. I love the, what do they call it? the elastics tying it all together. I love the cartoony hands, the really long sleeve, the pigtails. This look is amazing. I also love the color palette. I think this chartreuse green and this lavender lilac are beautiful. Up next, we have Amari. And Amari, I actually like this look. I think this is actually really interesting. Using the barrettes as an applique is actually really fun and innovative. It gives very high schooler trying to make fashion happen, much like Megan's was very Lisa Frank. This also feels very Lisa Frank, Polly Pocket, very fashionista doll, and I think that that's really, really cool. I do personally wish that the corset barrette thing might have looked more intentional, because it does sort of look like she just put a bunch of barrettes around the waistline, whereas around the collar it looks a lot more intentional, and I do think that she did something great here. I just think it needed to be a lot more intentional, and the back of it doesn't look as successful as the front, in my opinion. Up next, we have Nigel, and Nigel was inspired by all the denim he wore growing up, and denim is definitely a fabric he wears a lot and he works in a lot, so I do think I do think he stayed in his comfort zone, but he really elevated it, which I think is really cool. This jumpsuit with these different straps and zippers, and in the colors, the tones, I thought it was really, really cool. This teal with this dark blue and the silver zippers. I truly, truly was sold on this fantasy, and that model served it. He had a little hip sway, he was doing the damn thing. Up next, we have James, and James's look was really cute to me. I genuinely enjoyed it. It was a sort of masculine, feminine, preppy approach to it all, and hearts out to James. He definitely seemed like he struggled the most this episode with a potential triggering of the challenge, but I think that he definitely rose up to the occasion. I love the prints together. I love the colors together. That little bit of neon with that pink, I think beautifully works together. It's sort of giving loungy, but nightwear, but sort of casual and elevated. I could see pieces of this being worn in the street. I like it. I genuinely did think this was an adorable look. Oh, baby. Godoy. Godoy. This quinceañera dress, I would wear in a heartbeat. This masculine, feminine approach is my favorite thing that happens in fashion these days. And it is beautiful. There's a part of me that wishes it wasn't in this white and this nude, sort of off-white. But I love how timeless it potentially is. And with the tie and with the shoes, the derby shoes, it was just a fantasy. I love this. It was truly, truly the best look of the night, and truly sort of give that poetic, beautiful little blessing of this is what little kid me wanted to wear, and I gave it to him. And I think that's beautiful. Oh, Godoy can make me cry. My top 3 looks for this episode have to definitely be Godoy, Megan, and Nigel. I think that the 3 of them really stayed true to their aesthetic and really elevated it in a very unique way. There was interesting design. There was something different, I feel, from each of them. Although Nigel did play it safe with the denim, I did like all those sleeves and that heavy zipper. And the color palette was really, really nice and sophisticated. And with Megan's color palette, so fun, so amazing. And I just love the imagination with those long sleeves. I think that's so fun. And then, of course, Godoy was the showstopper. That's why they had Godoy go last. That was gorgeous. That was a stunning look. And I think, I hope that Godoy gets the recognition they deserve because of this episode. Because this was their episode. Damn, was that a good look. Godoy wins the challenge. Censoring myself. Godoy wins the challenge, and rightfully so. Godoy really slayed this, and it's amazing what they created. And even in the amount of time, you know, comparatively, he deserved it. Deserved it. Ah, I get you. It's baby me. Now we're going to get into my look, and for this theme, I definitely struggled in finding photos of myself. I don't really save a lot of photos of myself. We don't need to get into that. So I asked my mother, and she very graciously had sent me these photos actually a little while ago, and I didn't know that I actually still had them on my phone. So I ended up using these 2. I used one from a what is it called? Is it a yearbook? I wouldn't say it's a yearbook because I didn't get a yearbook, but I basically used a photo from my picture day from when I was in elementary school where I'm wearing a collared, I think it's like Rockaware shirt, but I don't think it's Rockaware. I don't know what it's from, but it's a white, blue, and navy blue color blocked woven shirt with an R on it. I don't know what the R means. I'm not keeping the R. And I got the biggest Dumbo ears, baby, and I still got them, but now I just decorate them. Why not? You got a Christmas tree, decorate it, right? And I also use a photo of my dad and I when I was a baby, and I am a chubby little pasty baby. And I'm wearing like a white t-shirt and these like boxer shorts, because when I was a baby, I was a pretty fat baby. So like, a lot of like baby's underwear didn't like really fit me. So sometimes to like wander around and just be around, they would put like small men's boxers on me just so it's like shorts. And I low-key still do it to this day. I love wearing just boxer shorts like around the house as shorts. So I used these two pictures as an inspiration. I didn't want to reuse the sort of blue and white color palette, but I wanted to stay true to the color palette of the shirt that I'm wearing. So I did go with the blue-white color palette, but I did my best to break it up with yellow. And the reason why I chose yellow is because growing up, and even to this day, I'm a huge fan of Pokemon. love Pokemon. So I thought it would be really, really cool to reference that. As a child, all I thought about and all I did, it revolved around Pokemon. Take it piece by piece by piece. So the top that I designed is pretty much a knockoff of that shirt that I'm wearing in that elementary school photo, except I decided, how would me now wear that shirt? And I would obviously crop it. I would remove that fucking R however way I can, and I would wear it as this oversized cropped little number. And I thought that it was really, really cute. And I would only crop the front of it so that the back still was a full piece. And then I thought, oh, how can I work in these boxer shorts that I'm wearing as a baby in this picture? And I thought, how cool would it be to make a boxer waistband pleated skirt in that plaid? So I did that because I originally was going to have it as an underlayer for the jeans. I decided to elevate it a little bit and have it as a layering outside of the jeans, but as a pleated skirt. And I actually fell in love with it. And now I really kind of want to go and get some like men's boxers and make this skirt, because I think it's really, really cute. If you keep the waistband intact, it actually could be a very wearable garment. I did go with a baggy jean because growing up, my dad and I always wore these like oversized baggy jeans. Me partially because I was a big boy and that's all that fit me, but it was also part of the culture of what the men in my family wore. We wore baggy jeans. So I wanted to pay an homage to that, and some sneakers. Granted, I did draw and design these sneakers. I put a lightning bolt on them because Pikachu. But nonetheless, that's sort of where that comes from. But I also did do paint splatters all over it, because as a kid, I love to draw, I love to color, I love to paint. Both me and my little brother are artists in our own degrees, and we love to draw. To this day, there hasn't been a day where we haven't drawn. It's part of what we do. And my brother always has this thing of being like, I haven't drawn today, I feel weird. I'm gonna go draw. And it's just part of, it's second nature for us at this point. It's as natural to us as breathing and as necessary to us as working out. So yeah, that's why I wanted these paint splatters all over these jeans, because it felt very honest to sort of what me and my brother did all the time growing up, which was draw, paint, and color. And then with the headwear, I really wanted to get fun, and I wanted to do a sort of reimagination of the Charles Jeffrey bunny Loverboy beanie that everybody loves, and do a Pikachu version. Oh my god, wait, costume change. Costume change! And I might have actually made a version of it. Of course, this is with some fabric I had lying around. I made this jokingly for Easter because I wanted like a bunny thing. And I fell in love with it, and now I kind of really want to buy yellow and black like boucle fabric and make a version of that like this, because I'm actually in love with this beanie. It's my favorite beanie. I also made the one that I was just wearing for the rest of the video. I made both of them. Told you bitch can sew. I know how to sew, baby. If I want to make something, I'll make it. I just don't always have the space for it, and luckily I had the fabric and the space for it. Although I did almost run out of thread, so I gotta go buy thread. Add that to the shopping list. But yeah, that's sort of what I wanted to create. I wanted to reference sort of my family's culture with the boxer skirt and the boxer skirt and the baggy jeans, but also an actual garment that I wore growing up, and sort of evolve on it a way that I would wear it right now, and a headgear, because growing up, actually, me and my brother wore beanies all the damn time. We wore a lot of beanies, and at one point we wore those funny Angry Bird beanies with the really long sides and the sleeves. Granted, that's when my brother and I were I'm pretty sure I was a teenager, but I've always been youthful. Always been youthful. Always been youthful. See, if you feel young, you ain't really got to care how old you are, because you're just young at heart all the damn time. And at the end of it all, I actually really enjoyed this look. I think to me, it's my favorite look. I genuinely did design for myself in this challenge because it did feel appropriate. And I'm very happy with it. I love this look. I would 100% wear this. And I kind of think I really should make it at one point, because it's kind of a dope look, dude. I'm really happy with it. I'm so happy, and I'm so I very much loved this challenge for inspiring this look, because I don't think I would have been able to come up with this look if I didn't sit there and look at photos of myself as a kid and photos of my family and get inspired by that idea. So, next in fashion. Good shit. Okay, so final thoughts. I enjoyed this runway idea. It was so fun. It was imaginative. And I think it allows designers to really look within themselves at the child that they were, and really give them a moment to shine, you know? We were all kids once, and I think it's a very cathartic experience to give the inner child in you a chance to drive this car. I don't drive, so I don't know how that analogy works for me. But I digress. This concept was fun. It was imaginative. It was unique. And I think it's the most fun I've had so far this season. And I really like flex my creative muscles on this, because truly it's very unique to look at yourself as a child and things you wore and figure out how to elevate them and design and grow upon those ideas, especially if you don't have access to those garments anymore. It's genuinely very difficult. But I digress. I'm very happy with my look. I'm very inspired, and I think I can create a whole collection based off this one design. And I think that truly is a testament to whoever thought about this idea. Hats off to you. I'm not taking my beanie off, but hats off to you. I'm not taking my hat off. I love this hat. I'm gonna go. I honestly, I don't even know what I'm gonna go do, but I just want to go. But yes, I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you share this with your friends. I hope you are inspired. I hope this inspired you to design or draw or illustrate, or even just look back at your childhood for some inspiration for whatever it is you're doing. But I'm gonna go. I hope you all take care. Drink water. And above all else, goodbye. Pikachu fell.